So today we are going to be talking about using the Pythagorean theorem, and then we're also going to be talking about the distance formula. So just like what we know about the Pythagorean theorem, if the equation a squared plus b squared equals c squared is true for the side lengths of a triangle, then the triangle is a right triangle. So this is the Pythagorean theorem formula. So they are going to give you all three sides, A, B, and C, and then you have to say whether or not it is a right triangle. One important thing to remember is we know our C is always diagonal from our right angle. However, though, our hypotenuse is always our longest side length. So not only is our C going to be across from our diagonal from our right angle, it is also our longest side length. So we're going to practice with these two right here. So the very first thing we always do is write the formula. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I'm going to label all three sides. So I know my longest length is c. My longest length right here is c. And I'm going to label 9 as my a and 40 as my b. So now I'm going to go on to the next step and plug into my formula. So my a I said was 9. My b I said was 40. And my c I said was 41. And then you are going to square all three numbers. 81 plus 1600 equals 1681. I'm going to combine 81 plus 1600. Get 1681. Don't need to do anything on my right hand side. So now we look at the final step. So if it is a right triangle, the left-hand side will equal the right-hand side. So we can see here we have the same number on both sides of our equal sign. So is this a right triangle? You would say yes. The reason why you would say yes is because the left-hand side and the right-hand side have the same exact number. Okay, so let's move on to the second one. Once again, I'm going to label my A, B, and C. I know my C is always going to be diagonal from my right angle, but here we don't have a right angle labeled, so I know that my C is my longest length. So my longest length is 24, and I'm going to label this A and this B. Remember, it doesn't really matter which one you label A and B, you'll still get the same answer. So I'm going to write the formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared. My a I said was 18, my b I said was 12, and my c I said was 24. Square all of them. 324 plus 144 equals 576. Combine 468 equals 576. So now when we are looking at this, this is a false statement. 468 will never equal 576. So you would ask yourself, is this a right triangle? And the answer is no, because the left-hand side and the right-hand side are not the same exact number. So what I want you guys to do right now is try 1 and 2 on your own. Remember, the longest side is always C, and then you do not have to, it doesn't matter which one you put for A and B, because you'll still get the same answer. Okay, so let's go to this next page. So this next page is we're finding distances between 2 points. And you can use this equation right here to find the distances, but I'll also show you how you can use the Pythagorean theorem. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label my points. So find the distance between 1, 5 and -4, -2. This is my first point, so I'm going to label this x1, y1, and then x2, y2. My x always comes first in my point. My y always comes second. The reason why the first one gets 1 is because it's my first point. The reason why my second point gets 2 is because it's my second point. Simple as that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this equation we have in our little notes up top, and I'm going to plug in the numbers that we just labeled down here. So I have my d equals the square root of, so instead of x2, I'm going to replace what I said x2 was, which was -4. I'm going to replace x1, which I said was 1, squaring it, adding my y2, which I said was -2, my y1, which I said was 5, and squaring it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do what's inside my parentheses. Whoops. So -4 minus 1 will give me a -5. -2 minus 5 will give me a -7. And now I'm going to do -5 squared, which will give me 25. -7 squared will give me 49. And I'm left with the square root of 74. Since the square root of 74 is not a perfect square, I can just leave it the way it is. Or if you really wanted to, you could put it in decimal form. And then the square root of 74 as a decimal is about 8.6. So either way works. But now I'm going to show you how to find the distance if you're looking at a graph. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a graph out to the side. I'm going to put 5 tick marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plot my point. So my first point is 1, 5. So here's my first point, 1, 5. My second point is -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, -2, -4, -2. And then I'm going to make this into a triangle. So I'm going to bring this line straight down and this line over, and now we have a new point. So this new point is 1, -2, and I'm going to connect it right here to create a triangle. So now, after I created this triangle, I can see right here that this is my right angle, so I know that this is C. We'll label this A and this B. So what I want to do now is I need to figure out what these lengths are. So I'm just going to count the spaces. It'll be easier to do on an actual graph, but since I drew it, it's a little bit harder. So I'm going to count the spaces between this point, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So A is 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is 5. My C is my unknown. So I just counted simply the spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 5. You're just counting the spaces in between. But now I'm going to use my A squared plus B squared equals C squared. My A, I said was 7. My B, I said was 5. My C is my unknown. I'm going to square both of them, combine them, and remember the opposite of squaring a number is taking a square root. So once again, we are left with the same answers, the square root of 74, or you could say that C is about 8.6. Either answer will work. So you can see you can either use the distance formula over here, or you can use the Pythagorean formula over here. So either way, you'll still get the same answer. Try these next 3 on your own. I would try maybe doing one where you're using the Pythagorean theorem, and then maybe try one using the distance formula. And then you get to pick on the last one. All right, good luck.